things in our life that we think are big and clever at the time, but when we look back, we feel a bit embarrassed and a bit ashamed and a bit stupid about it. Such a thing, right, happened to me about 15, 16 months ago. What happened was I had a fling, it was no more than that really, 3 or 4 weeks, with a 16-year-old girl. No. Now, I'm embarrassed about it. I'm not telling you to brag, really. I mean, looking back now, it was just some male vanity, pathetic thing, you know. And at first, there's something exciting about fucking someone who doesn't remember the Ninja Turtles. But you can't build a relationship on that, can you? Anyway, I had the fling, right? I remember the first night we spent together. For the first time, I stood naked before her, right? And I stood there like this. Why I'd extended one toe, I will never know, but it felt right. And she walked around looking at me, you know, and she said, I always remember, 16 years old, remember, she said to me, she said, "You're like a tiger." And I thought, fucking yes. Right, I know it's pathetic, but I was really chuffed, you know, till I realised she was on about the stretch marks on my arse. Anyway, we carried on, right, and we had some things. She was from Albury, by the way, so we had that in common, and a few other things we both liked, but generally the age thing was a big problem, you know. And then it happened. I went out one day and I left her in the flat, and I was gone for no more than a couple of hours. When I got back, she had broken my 1966 England World Cup mug. I was very upset. It's bad enough if a girlfriend breaks your 66 World Cup mug, but when she does it fucking skipping... So she could see, obviously being so young, she hadn't really got the significance, but she could see I was very upset about it. She said, "Oh, well, sorry, I'll do anything to make it up to you, anything." I said, "Will you?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "What? Bourneville Boulevard?" No, she said, but she said, "I'll do oral sex." 16? I hadn't fucking heard of it when I was 16. I said, "Well," I said, "it won't mend the mug, will it?" But it won't do any harm. But what really put me off, right, she said, "Blowjob." Dun, 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 dun. No, but she did do it though, and you'd think it would be fantastic, like sexual heaven, but in fact it was one of the worst moments of my life. Because after about, no more than about 20 seconds or so, you know, after she started, she started crying. And I felt so, I thought this young girl, I thought, a child in many ways. And I've corrupted her with me filthy vileness. I was really I let go of her hair and everything. I'll tell you something though, this is a terrible thing, but I remember her saying to me quite clearly, she said, "You're not going to put me in your act, are you?" And I said, "Oh, no." I said, "Never." I said, "If I told them how old you were, they'd boo me off stage, you know." She said, "You could always add a couple of years on."